All right, back at it now. I know this is going to come as a shock for many of you, but I have done zero Christmas shopping. How many days until Christmas? 15, 14, whatever it is. Ivy's joining me now. She has done some Christmas shopping, I know, because she said, "Don't call me right now. I'm Christmas shopping, and don't go anywhere near the car." Ivy, nice to see you as always.
Nice to see you too, Steve.
Yeah. I want to bring your attention, Ivy, to something here before we go any farther, though, because, we sit here and we make jokes about Christmas shopping, and we talk about it's the season and this and that. But there are people in our country right now facing big challenges this Christmas season. I want to share something with you. Anthony, go ahead and roll that.
We are right on the cusp of the Christmas season in this country. It's got a lot of grief. We're here to survey damage and provide support to the people of Western North Carolina. And that's exactly what Samaritan's Purse is doing. What they're doing right now, Samaritan's Purse in the home that we see behind us, there's a lot of water damage. They're doing a lot of work to make sure that the mold damage doesn't become even worse than it already is, so that it maybe, God willing, that people can actually live in this home again, and that we can minimize the amount of damage even further.
These families are just wanting to get back to some sense of normalcy. It's cold. There's still a lot of work to be done, but we've got some hardy volunteers. We thank the Lord for sending his very best people to come out and serve in a time like this.
Yeah. Samaritan's Purse, I think, is one of the great charities, Ivy. You actually introduced me to them many years ago now, and we've given a Samaritan's Purse on several different occasions. And look, I look at those stories of people in Western North Carolina and say, you know what, it's Christmas. Everybody can do something to help out these people that have just been devastated.
Yeah, Steve, it is, especially during the holidays, you think about the people who, one, either are poor, can't afford it, or have gone through natural disasters, just like Western North Carolina. And you wonder, how are they going to provide for their families and provide
Well, heck, some of them are
a
living in
season worth
tents.
celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Some of them are living in tents, and it's snowing there in the mountains, of course, and they're still in tents or whatever. But Samaritan's Purse, think about this. Samaritan's Purse has given more support to these people than has FEMA. Samaritan's Purse has brought in something like 100 homes. FEMA's put in like 5. So once again, here's a private entity, a charity, doing more to help the people than the government that they pay all their taxes to. And I tip my hat to Samaritan's Purse, but this is just inexcusable. Another massive failure by the Biden administration. This would not stand, I don't believe.
Well, it really should anger Americans. FEMA is an organization that should help Americans in need when there's a disaster situation. And because they're squandered their money on illegal immigrants, they can't help the people in northern Georgia, western North Carolina, and these other areas that were, impacted by this hurricane. And we can also think we actually have a person that we do business with in Florida whose entire home and business was completely destroyed by that same hurricane.
Yeah.
So it's not just, it's a large group of people that need assistance, need help, and we should be angry that our own government organization, FEMA, cannot help them.
Well, they're just incapable. They're just, the bureaucracy, the nonsense. That's why you need private enterprise. That's why you need Samaritan's Purse. People that don't have to say, well, you got to fill out this form and fill out that form. No. Just how to be, remember the road that they cut there between Castle Rock and another small town, and the miners came in from West Virginia, cut the road? Mm-hmm. FEMA went and blocked that road. That road has not been legally permitted. They blocked the road that was the supply line. I just saw this yesterday. The supply line into Castle Rock and some of the hill country. FEMA comes in and puts a big gate across it. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And why is it, Steve, that our mainstream media outlets are not covering this? Why is it that it just drops off the news?
Well, you made a point.
You would think that we'd actually have people down there covering it,
yeah,
and finding out what's going on.
You made a point.
Same thing.
You made a point to me here yesterday, and I want to share it with the folks. They aren't the mainstream media. They are the fringe now. We are the mainstream media. We are the ones here talking about this, showing you Samaritan's Purse.
Main Street, not mainstream. We're Main Street because we understand the people, the American people, far more than mainstream media does. CNN, yeah. MSNBC, NBC, Fox
That's
News.
That's the fringe now. I agree. Those are the fringe people now. I was watching, I played part of, you saw this, the Kristen Welker interview with Donald Trump. She has no idea what it's like to live in Langsburg, Michigan. She has no idea what it's like to live in Belgrade, Montana. She has no idea what it's like to live out here in the hinterlands. These people are completely disconnected. That's why what we do here is so important.
Rural communities, the Appalachian Mountains there. When you think about those areas, they're really rural. It's hard to probably get groceries. You have to take a whole day to probably go get those things. And it's now even more difficult for these people to survive in those regions because of what occurred. And, I just think that if you can give to these organizations like Samaritan's Purse or other organizations for something that, makes you feel good.
Or
But $5, $10, $100, whatever you can afford to do, because they can go do the work and get things done for the American people.
And I will say this.
It's really important.
I've said this before, but I'll say find a smaller charity or a local church. They do real work on location in these places. Samaritan's Purse, a big charity. I have great respect for them. But some of the smaller charities, those that do less than $1 million a year, sometimes do the majority of the work. So look for those as well. And you can go online and find them.
And not forgetting the reason for the season, which is, celebrating the birth of Jesus and making sure that you are living by those tenets and giving back to those who can't help themselves. And there's no better way that you can really celebrate Christmas, in my opinion.
Giving is better than receiving. Absolutely true. Ivy, having said that, make sure you get me something nice. All right?
Hey, ditto on that. You need to start doing your Christmas shopping, mister.
Hey! All right, I'll start today. I'll get out of here.
It does come on the same day every year.
Easy, killer.
Just saying.
All right, Ivy. You're the best. All right, there you have it.
Thanks, Steve.
Samaritan's Purse and other charities. This is a good year to keep them in mind. It really is. The small charities could really use your help. They really gotten the short end of it during COVID. So do your best. Help out. I'll be right back with some final thoughts.